What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Joel Friday TV podcast. I am Joel Friday. Bienvenido. Welcome to the show. Amazing stuff. It's Tuesday. And we are here on the show with hopefully, an interesting message to bring. Do me a favor before we start, hit that like button, smack it, lay the smack down on like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and the message out. Do it now. You still have time. Make sure you do it. Today's topic, what are we talking about? What it means to be grateful. I kind of changed the title last minute, and I was talking about how Americans are spoiled rotten, which is, I'm still going to get into that as well, but it all kind of ties in together. So I did put grateful. I'm more than sure I didn't do. See, I spelled it right. What the, Chris? But yeah, we're gonna get into what it means to be grateful. I learned some things over time that's like been like very, very insightful for me, and it's just amazing. I want to share it today. But really quick, it is a talk show, so you can call in at any point and talk about the topic at hand or past shows or ask questions, whatever you want to do. You can call in at 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773. If for whatever reason you cannot call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. The link is in the description. If you can't do that and you rather go to YouTube, you can hit the super chat button on YouTube in the live chat there and click the super chat button and send your question or comments there, and I'll read them live on air. You got time to tell your people still about the show. Also, we are on all audio platforms: Apple Podcast, Spotify, Substack, all those things. Anywhere you listen to your audio podcast, Joel Friday TV podcast is there, so you can podcast past episodes up to date. All my episodes from episode 1 to 101. We're at 101 episodes. Isn't that amazing? You can podcast all 101 episodes up to date on any of those podcast platforms if you prefer audio only. Amazing stuff. Shout out to the chat. We are live on IG and on YouTube today. So shout out to the IG peeps. Let me just see if I can pull them up here so I can see them. Shout out to the IG peeps. Live on IG. What's going on, IG? Amazing stuff. Shout out to the Mod Squad holding it down. The Mod Squad holding it down. Shout out to the mods. Amazing stuff. I'm feeling moddy today. I'm in a mod mood. I'm in a male mod mood today. You know what that means? Do you know what that means? Chat. I'm in a mod mood. So somebody's getting modded up today. A male mod mood, though. Male mod mood. Somebody's getting modded up today. Can I get a drum roll? I'm modding somebody up right now. Who's getting modded? Who's getting modded? We're about to find out. Somebody just got modded up right now. Modded up in the chat. Who was it? Who was it? We'll find out. Guess who it was? Who can guess? Boom! Kel Samogi modded up in the live chat. Kel Samogi. I was in a male mod mood. Maybe a female mod mood is coming soon. 'Cause I don't discriminate. Kel Samogi. And guys, I don't always get to read everybody's chat, so like I don't want it to be like well, what the, ain't nobody want to mod me up. But it's like sometimes I catch certain things and I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool having them as a mod. So I'll be modding more people up soon. Instagram's like, what is going on here? What is he talking about? I'm leaving. So IG peeps, I'm here Monday through Thursday on YouTube, and we have fun in the live chat. Well, the live chat is also the snake pit, so beware of the snakes. You gotta have thick skin if you're coming in the live chat. But everybody, it's all love though. It's all love. And there's a chat community over on YouTube, and there's different type of things you can do to like have your comments be noticed, like become a moderator where you can like manage the chat and like block people and like silence people, put people on timeout. So it's like a little community. So IG peeps, you want to join the party? Hop over on YouTube outside of Tuesdays. So right on, Kale. Salute, my friend. Anyway. Beware the snake pit. Carver with a super chat right out the gate. Beware the snake pit. Beware. Appreciate it, Carver. Beware the snake pit. They're warning you. C-Sal says, I block people with love. That's right. That's right. Sometimes love is a nice compliment. Sometimes love is a nice block. You gotta go. And I'm trusting my mods that they're holding it down. If you got blocked by C-Sal on my show, I trust it. Anyway, let's get to it. Let me see here. Man, so many things to cover in a little time, so we're gonna jump to it. Let me see the calls. Where are you at? Okay, cool. Callers, I will get to you in a second. And then we will, I will take your calls in a second. There are lines open, 888-775-3773. C-Sal, she says she does not block on my show. Just on her personal account. Oh, okay. All good. But I do give my mods permission to lay the hammer if it needs be. If it need be. So anyway, what it means to be grateful. So I realized in my own life how we've been taught in America to everything. I didn't even really realize this, guys. But we've been taught in America to chase everything because America is the greatest country on the earth. And there's so much, they tell you, but it is true though. There's so much opportunity and there's so much leeway and freedom to do what you want, right? And you can do and be whatever you want, really. And we've been taught, these like things and these opportunities, we should chase, and you want to make sure you chase them, and like you could be anything and everything you want. Like dream big because you can achieve it in America. We see entertainment business in America. There's so much success. There's so much glitter. There's so much celebrity status. And it's Hollywood, the movies, everything is so like exacerbated. I think I'm using that word right. And it makes you want to chase and want those things. But also what I realize is that, like, when you have a country like America with all these things, like it does, especially if you're chasing and seeking after these things, it does spoil you. You know what I mean? It does spoil you. And I want to talk about Americans being rotten because we have so much um at our, like, quote unquote, right? As we always hear, like, so much at our fingertips, which is not wrong, right? But because of that, the imagination's like, I want everything, I want it all. And I realize too that it's a curse to want. You're not supposed to want, right? You're supposed to let things happen. And the reason why we're not supposed to want, so you guys don't think I'm just making stuff up, or the new listeners and the new viewers, is because when things happen as they happen, there's an appreciation to them. And when you want things and you get them, you don't really appreciate it, right? And it's not really a gift when you want things and you get them, because when you get them, you think it's because you earned them, right? And there's nothing better than a gift. I realized is that when you receive a gift, and it's exactly what, like, oh, maybe you needed or even wanted, right? But it is given as a gift, you appreciate it more than you feeling like you earned it, right? And in a place like America, it's very, 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 very hard, especially if you're born here, to be grateful for being in the greatest country in America. Why? Because all we know is everything, opportunities. You can have what you want, get what you want. You know what I mean? Like, it's very hard. It's very, 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 very hard to be poor in this country. I don't know about, I'm speaking more so on California, but in United States in general, but I'm speaking more so in California, is that, like, there's so many things you can do to avoid not making money and not having food, right? You have to really have, like, mental issues to really get to that place, because there's so many different things. And what it does, it makes it hard to be grateful. It makes it hard to appreciate the little things. It makes it hard to be regular because we're always chasing. And my whole life, I've been chasing and chasing and chasing everything, but never getting. And I didn't realize until my older years that, like, or my adult years, is that was God involved. I used to be so upset when I couldn't get what I want. Like, I would chase, whether it be women, whether it be money, mainly like money. Women, monies, like success, like things, cars, like chasing these things my entire life. No lie. Wanting these things so bad. And, like, business, you know what I mean? Being in the dance scene, wanting this certain status. Like, I've been wanting that in my entire life and chasing it and never, ever, 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 ever getting it. And I always remember being so frustrated at that. Like, why not? Like, being so mad. Like, why can't I get it? Everybody else has it. Everybody else doing it. Why can't I get it? And I was always, like, cut off. And I'm grateful for it now, because even though I was blind, God was still guiding my steps, right? But I was so just blind to the whole thing. And I realized that that while I was being denied all these things, that there was a work that was going on within, right? That, like, the gold and the success and the, like, the plans and all these things were happening within, and I was overcoming and growing and getting better, and the success was happening within, and I appreciated it, but it wasn't shiny, right? It's like, oh, okay, well, I don't think about that no more. That's a great thing, but I still want a car. You know, I still want money, and life is has been just changing within me, and seeing different things, observing life, learning from life has like, created like waking up has been the best thing that has happened. But like the money and the success and all these things still aren't coming. And I'm just like, what the heck? And in my mind, you kind of like start to devalue what's going on within, because nobody else is working on themselves really like that, right? Like nobody else is sitting in there and praising you for being successful within, right? They don't care about you. They praise you for being successful without. And I just wanted praise, right? But it's true. I wanted that praise. I wanted that success on the outside so I can have this false version of like acceptance, or to be able to be in a position to like get married and have children and be that leader, that man, but also walk with my chest out because I earned my way. I made money. I became successful. Then chasing that my whole life never worked. And started a dance company, dance school, and like been working so hard at that to try to build that up and make that happen. Change the whole industry, change the dance industry, become this like, take it to the next level, like chasing all these things. And it just always like door getting shut in my face. Nope, 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 nope. And I was watching this movie. A couple things. I'm gonna give you guys a couple examples. Oh, let me see if I can pull it up. I was watching this movie. Let me see if I can be quick here. If I got the skills. Hold up. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Whoa. Pull that right there. I was watching this movie with Will Smith. Where is it at? Oh, I can't see. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I got it right here. I watched it over the weekend, and it was like deep. Let me see if I can pull it up. Boom. Okay, I got it ready. And in the movie, it was called MP1 and MP2, right?
You want to show picture?
Like a picture, yeah.
Or your laptop?
Picture.
MP1.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I was watching a movie over the weekend with Will Smith called Emancipation, right? And it's a slave movie. And Zanny says Joel is Will Smith. Yeah, so I was watching a movie called Emancipation. It's a slave movie, and Will Smith stars in it, right? And it was based on true events. Now, obviously, there's like some stuff in there that's like probably untrue, but I was just trying to focus on the heart of the message at hand. And it was a good movie. It was a decent movie, and it was based in 1864, I believe, when this a specific slave escaped, right? And I have the picture here. I'm gonna show you guys right now. And it was like the whole storyline was basically him being on this plantation, and they were treating him very badly. He was a slave, and it was around the time when Lincoln was the president, and Lincoln had freed the slaves, right, in Baton Rouge in New Orleans. But the slaves over where this guy was, where Will Smith was, They didn't hear about the slaves being freed. They only heard like Will Smith had heard like word of mouth, right? So he kind of heard it and didn't know about it. But then he found out that they were freeing the slaves over there in Baton Rouge. So Will Smith knew that he had to get to Baton Rouge to be a free slave. So he escaped the plantation and decided to take off. Now this is the picture I'm gonna show you guys of the actual guy. Let me see if I can pull it up here. This is the actual guy. According to Google, this is the actual slave that in 1864, I believe, that was on that plantation at that time. And as you see, there's a bunch of like lacerations on his back from getting whipped and all that stuff. So he was going through, and nobody really knows why. I don't know why. You know, obviously we know from like stories that, you know, there was like a lot of like things happening in the slave days where slaves were getting beaten, but we don't really know the story, full story, right? So I ain't trying to call nobody a victim or try to do anything like that. I'm just pointing out what we see right here is that this guy has a bunch of lashes on his back, and according to the movie, the story, and this is him and that's him right there. His name was Peter, also known as Gordon. They called him Gordon, but he went by Peter, and he had a family. He had a wife and 3 children, and they were all slaves, and they lived on this plantation. And he, you know, wanted to get his family free. So he escaped the plantation, ran away. He had to go through the swamp and all that stuff and fight the alligators and all those things. And he went through a lot of stuff. According to the movie, he went through a lot of stuff. And bear with me, I'm going to get to the point here. But he went through a lot of stuff. And, you know, he had a lot of struggles. And obviously at that time, according to the movie, you know, they didn't have freedom, right? So they couldn't do the things that they wanted to do. They couldn't go just get a regular job. They couldn't go just move away. They couldn't go do these things. Like, they were slaves, right? And they were owned by these other people. So all their desire was to really just be free. And towards the end of the movie, he gets to Baton Rouge. I don't even want to give it away, but you guys, I mean, you get the point. He gets to Baton Rouge, and then like he becomes free. But I was thinking about that. This is where my point comes in. Is that like, meanwhile, Joel is sitting in his room as a young kid, even into adulthood, sitting up and dreaming about how to get a nice car, how to make a lot of money, how to become physically successful, how to do all these things, and how to have a lot of things, right? And every once in a while being a little grateful for what he has, but still feeling this false emptiness is that he doesn't have what he thinks he wants, right? And I was thinking like, man, wanting more and more. Meanwhile, my life is like, I have everything I need and want. So there's no reason to like need anything else, right? But I have everything I need and I want. But, you know, just always just like thinking like, oh, that'd be nice to have that. Or just have that and have that. And then I started thinking as I'm watching this movie is that like, do you think that this man, when he got freed from the slave owners, him and his family, do you think he would have cared if they put him in a shelter with his family and 3 kids, but and the shelter was a little dirty but yet they had running water and they still could take baths and they had food? Do you think he would care that he lived in a shelter opposed to the fact that he's just free? Do you think he cared about like, and then the vehicle they had was a little horse carriage to get around, let's just say, right? Do you think that he cared that he didn't have a cyber truck? Do you think he cared about a cyber truck? Or do you think what mattered to him is that he can get his family from A to B, and that his family was together and they were free and they didn't have to worry about anybody watching over them, telling them what to do, and that they were free? Does it even matter to them where they stay or what it looks like, other than the fact that they're free and they're all together? That's all they care about. They don't want a cyber truck. They don't want a mansion. They just want a place that they can sleep with their family and be free and live freely and maybe get a decent job so they can pay the lifestyle. But they don't even want to be no entrepreneur. Not that that's wrong. But they're not looking to, I guarantee that man was not, if he was living in this time, I guarantee he wasn't looking for a $100 an hour job. He just wanted a job that'll get his family by, have a little money in his pocket so he can have food on the table, pay the bills, and live a great life free with his family. And when I thought about that, I was like, that is so deep. Because in his world, he's just grateful that he's free. But oftentimes, that's just not the concern for Americans. I'll speak for myself. That's not the concern. And I realized that it makes no sense to want anything. And I just understood in that moment and throughout other situations, other examples, that wanting makes zero sense. It makes zero sense because what matters is within, right? What matters is like, do you have peace? Are you free? Right? We're already free in the physical, right? But like, are we free? And are we enjoying the things that we do have? Are we appreciating the things that we do have? And having a bigger house and having a better car doesn't change the fact that it's house and a car. It just makes more responsibilities. But I just was realizing how blinded I've been my entire life of glitter and the shiny stuff, glitter and gold. And I would feel and be the same person with the same person that's working on himself, trying to overcome, try to deal with my little mess with a bigger house or a bigger thing or a Cybertruck. I don't like the Cybertrucks, to be honest. But that's just an example. But I already got everything. Most of us already got everything. Most of us have more than what we need. Most of us really do. And I have more than what I need. It's just insane for us to complain. So not to ramble on too long about that, because I do want to get to some calls. But I just realizing that and how insane it is to focus on the wrong things. My cousin, very wealthy, it was talking to him a couple weeks ago, was a fitness trainer making a bunch of money. He told me the other day, I was like, you make that much money? And he was like, yeah. I kind of talked about this briefly before, but he's like, yeah, I made all that money. And he's married and with children and major problems with his wife and him. He gave her everything. He gave her he pays for everything, provides everything, gives her everything, takes her everywhere, gives her the glitter, gives her the gold. She still hates him. And they have children together and everything. And on top of that, he's working so much to have all these things, have all this money. He didn't even get time to spend time with his children. He was missing a lot of quality time with his family. You know, chasing, doing exactly what I was wishing I was doing. He was living it. I was wishing I could live it, and he's living it, trying to figure out how he can get to a regular life like I'm living. And when he told me that, like, he's like, my marriage is a mess. I didn't get to, I missed out on opportunities on raising my kids. And I'm like, nope. It makes no sense. It made no sense. And I was over here thinking that if I just get this status, then I'll be able to bring, a family into my world. No, they'll come into your world no matter what status you're at. It don't care if you're in a box. If love is there, your family's going to follow you. And God will look out for you anyway. God's not going to just have you up in there looking crazy. You know what I mean? Like have you up there going crazy. But if that's the case and there's peace involved and there's love there, they're going to follow you no matter if you drive in a go-kart. They'll be on each other's shoulders. Wife will be on your shoulder. Kids will be on her shoulders. And you guys are all strapped down to the go-kart going 2 miles an hour. But happy. So, anyway, all that stuff don't matter. I'm just realizing it more and more. I'm just realizing more and more like all that stuff don't matter. And getting by is enough. Getting by is enough. Just for those that like feel like, but getting by is enough. Paying the bills is enough. So anyway, she said, "Dang, why she hate him, Joel?" Because, and maybe one day I'll have him come on and explain his story. So, because I don't want to I'm not. Well, for one, I'm not going to get into their business. But I just say like in a grand scheme of things, which we all deal with, is that because we're not doing the right things, we're not walking in the light of, we're providing all these things and giving everybody stuff and but we're not providing love. We're not being of love, not being an example, not giving love. So that's why there's hate, because there ain't no love. You know what I mean? And maybe I'll have him come on here and he can go into depths about his story, because it's like, I was like, what the? But it's a mess. And America got that bad because we forgot and we were never taught what it means to truly be an American, and that America is God's holy land. God's holy land, chosen land. This is the people don't want to come here just for the opportunity. This is because there's a spirit to eat, regardless of all the crazy stuff that's going on. Still, there's a spirit of America that's God-filled, that is felt even when it's not recognized. And it's still alive. It's the Holy Land. But it's like we got like flooded with all this like stuff and mess. So yeah. Oh. Sorry, call. I had a caller on the line and then they left because I was rambling too long. Sorry. I should have got to the call. What? You can't call in 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773. Joel's message: buy your wife a Cybertruck and make your broke cousin Joel jealous. Yeah. Call me back, caller. I'm sorry. Anyway. Let me check what you guys are saying here. Nugget Man said he'll clean the snake pit. Uh-oh, Nugget Man trying to get modded so he can clean up the snake pit? Uh-oh. um... Amazing stuff. I think that Joel, do you even know how to drive a standard 6-speed? Yeah, one of my cars was a stick shift that I had for years. So I know how to drive the stick, but it's overhyped. There ain't nothing special about a stick. It ain't that deep. You don't feel like a speed racer. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't that crazy. Olga. You guys remember Olga? Olga was on the Joel Friday TV podcast, episode 99, last week. And she's on Instagram and she says, don't choose love over money or vice versa. Go get both. I would say you seek God first. Seek God first over everything, and God will add all things. Olga said, stop. God will add all things, though. We don't got to chase that. Money will be subject to us. We won't be subject to money when we find God, because God owns all of it. You know what I mean? So seek God first, and God will add all things to your life, money and all that stuff. And like I said, money is not bad. Money is not bad at all to have. What the? And having a Cybertruck is not bad at all. Like, if you have the means to get you a Cybertruck, go on, get you a Cybertruck. I'm just saying that there's no value. There's no value of it that I'm learning, right? There's no value of a Cybertruck. There ain't no value of it. Does it drive nicer than the average car? Yeah. You know, does it like feel luxurious and it feel good? Yeah, but there's still it doesn't give it value. There's no value on it. But if you can afford it and you're good, then like more power to you. Live it up. Live it up. You know, just stay in moderation. So, ha ha. That is funny. Let me check the super chats here. Let's double check. Everything. Let's go. Let's look. Uh-huh. Let's go here. I think we're good there. Amazing stuff. Oh, I had a clip that I wanted to show you guys. Separate topic. I wanted to show you guys. Call in to the Joel Show. Yeah, guys, you can call in 888-775-3773. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, just gratefulness. You're just in. All right, look, no fighting in the live chat, okay? And guys, if you fighting with the ladies, you gotta look in the mirror. If I see any guy in here fighting, arguing with the ladies, that makes 0 sense. Like what the? And then anybody arguing in a live chat in general, what the? Don't be fighting in the live chat. Mods, time people out who are fighting. I don't care who they are. If they're fighting and they're going back for more than like 2 or 3 messages, time them out. Time them out. That made no sense. You can have a disagreement, say a thing here, and then you disagree back, and then maybe you disagree one more time. But if you guys keep disagreeing and going back and forth, get time out. That made no sense. The mods. Somebody said the mods need to be timed out. Joel Friday. Favorite quote by Jesse. That's a good question. I have to think about that. Favorite quote by JOP. Favorite quote by JOP. I have to think about that. I'll tell you that one of my favorite messages that I could think of right now off the top of my head is drop all your morals and values. That's probably been my favorite message up to this date. To date. Drop your morals and values. Cause you ain't never gonna get that from no preacher or pastor in the average church. They tell you to drop your morals and values, let the morals and values go. Oh, you ain't gonna get that. So that's probably been my favorite message of thus far that I can think of, you know? You don't know how to... Let me show you guys a clip real quick. Off subject, but that's okay. Real quick, because I thought this was so crazy. Oh, wait. Priority to calls. So, give me a second. If that call is for... Hold up. But while I'm waiting, let me do... Should I show you guys a clip? Or should I get to... While we're waiting for that, let me show you guys this clip real quick. It's kind of off subject, so I'm kind of hesitant to do it, but I'm going to just do it. Watch this clip that I found of this gorilla in the zoo. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, but I just haven't been able to get to it. And now I got a little bit of downtime to get to it. So let's watch the clip. Oh, shoot. Hold up. It's coming.
What? Shoot. She doesn't know. Oh my god.
Wait. Let me start it over. I just press back, right? I could do it. Wait, hold on. Because you got it. Because I don't want to mess it up. I want to be able to do it. There we go. Okay, here we go. Look. Oh, no. That's not it. Dang. We're not going to be able to do it.
No, don't worry. Just
play it. Okay, look.
Shoot.
The gorilla.
Oh my god.
The gorilla ran out while their 2 female workers were working.
No, get the kids away.
Come here, guys. We're gonna go inside.
Yeah.
We're gonna go inside.
She said no.
Come on, guys. Let's
2
go.
female workers are stuck in the thing with the gorilla. Notice the gorilla is not attacking. He's trying to figure out what's going on as well.
Oh my gosh.
Look, you see the girl right there on the right.
Oh my gosh.
She's stuck.
Help her.
Because she's like, what do I do? Could you imagine the fear that she's feeling right now with this gorilla in there?
God, animals obey the sound of your voice.
And the girl on the camera's praying to God.
God.
See the girl right there? Look. The gorilla goes over to that corner. And I'm going to explain why. Let me pause real quick. The gorilla is over there in that corner, right? And everybody in there is just scared as heck, right? Which is understandable. And that gorilla, what did the gorilla do? The gorilla didn't attack. The gorilla went to the corner so the gorilla can have eyes on the whole situation. The gorilla actually in this situation has more fear than both of those females that are stuck in the cage. That's why the gorilla went over there, because the gorilla thinks that it might be attacked. So it's on the defensive. It's only going to attack because it feels like it might need to survive. So the gorilla goes over there, not even to attack the woman. The gorilla's still scared. Watch. The gorilla's there. Look, the gorilla don't know what to do. But in our minds, we're thinking like, I'm dead. I'm done. It's a wrap. And they're praying. Gorilla runs away and look, she runs. She's like, I'm gone.
Oh my gosh.
She goes and she gets to the door. Boom. They're both free.
Oh my gosh.
And the gorilla is like, he's happy too. He's like, whoo.
Thank you, Lord.
I thought these human beings were going to get me.
Thank you, Lord. Oh my gosh.
So I just wanted
Oh
to,
my gosh. Thank you, Lord.
I just wanted to show you guys that real quick because it, like, just to make a quick point and then I'll wrap up the show, is that the gorilla was scared. More scared, probably more scared than a human being, right? The gorilla is like, what's going on here? You guys are in my cage. And animals are in fight or flight. They're thinking like, I got to survive. So he runs to that corner, not to attack, but to kind of see like, what's my situation here? I need eyes on both of these people at the same time because I don't know what they're capable of. Meanwhile, us as human beings are locked into the mindset of fear. That's why fear in itself is a mess because you can't see clear. And we're over here thinking that we're about to get eaten by the gorilla, but the gorilla more afraid than you. And we have authority over the animals, all animals, lion, gorilla. But it's our fear that gets in the way. The animal, all kinds of stuff. The dogs, the pit bulls, we be running for a pit bull. But the pit bull will stop in its tracks if you have authority over it. If you show no fear, it'll run from you because the animal has fear. The animal has emotion with no authority. But we get caught up in the mind. And if those ladies in the cage had no fear, if it was just a little child in there, 3 years old, child would have just been like trying to play with the gorilla. Gorilla probably would have, well, the gorilla might have attacked if the child went up to the gorilla because the gorilla's thinking like, what is this child about to do, right? But the child would have had no fear. There would have been no problem. But it's like human beings are like we're so worse off in the mind, like identifying with the fear and all these things that like we kind of miss the whole situation. Anyway, Zanny said, Joel, we need footage of you testing this theory with a pit bull trained by a black. You know what? Wasn't Daniel in the cage with the lion? Daniel was up in that cave with David and Goliath. David was fighting off bears and mountain lions, and he was David was the real deal, and he was 14. You know what I mean? Ain't no bear or none can stand up to David in his little slingshot. It's like a mindset. So, I don't know. It was a random clip. I just thought it was a cute little point that I had there. But we're coming to the end of the show. David was definitely the real deal for sure. Then he said footage. Yeah, I'm not saying I would be any different in there. Imagine me in there just screaming. You know what I mean? I ain't saying I'll be any different. But I hope my little bond life lessons about fear and no identities will come to use in that cage. But more than likely, all that stuff go out the door, screaming like a girl, like. What a mess. The zoo workers, C-South says the zoo workers could be housewives watching their babies playing with the dishwasher washing their dishes. True. And instead of out there, they almost they almost were the dinner. They could have been at home making the dinner and they almost were the dinner. You want to work? You wanted to work. I'm just playing. I got to end, y'all. Callers, I'm sorry. We got beef because you guys wanted to call late and now you want me to get to the call. I can't. So I got to go. I appreciate it. You guys tuning in. Amazing stuff. Shout out to Kale, new mod on the JFTV podcast, holding it down. Until next time, shout out to the mods holding it down in the chat. Shout out to the live viewers. Shout out to IG watching. Amazing stuff. Until next time, guys, I gotta go. American Anchor Baby's coming in. He got an amazing show, so make sure you guys flip over to the American Anchor Baby channel. And he's got some stuff for you too. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. IG, come check us out over here on YouTube. Come join the chat. Join the crew. Until next time, y'all gotta go. Bye. Joel Friday TV across the board.